While Donald Trump continues to burn down our democracy with his executive orders, his lies about the California fires and deportation, and his extreme appointees, he has also found the time to bring disgrace to the Oval Office by creating chaos around the 67 lives that were lost in the mid-air collision over the Potomac River. Trump's critics have been quick to call him out for his callous and divisive ramblings, but a respected and objective voice of reason is now part of the chorus. Enter Miracle on the Hudson pilot Chesley Sullenberger. I will give you Chesley's comment on Trump's inappropriateness in just a minute, but first I want to show you what I uncovered beginning with this video from the Seneca Project that perfectly captures Trump's descent into madness.
There are still bodies being pulled from the water.
We do not know what led to this crash, but we have some very strong opinions. You could have stopped the helicopter. You could have gone up. You could have gone down.
Dramatic changes across the government.
He spent the last week trying to push federal employees out the door.
All the people that take care of us, that make sure that you are safe.
On January 21st, the air traffic controller hiring is frozen. And on January 22nd, the Aviation Safety Advisory Committee is disbanded.
There's no head of the FAA.
After Elon Musk repeatedly attacked him on social media, tweeting he needs to resign.
I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense.
That, of course, is not evidence of anything.
My friend Charlie Kirk.
I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Are you saying race or gender played a role in this tragedy?
It may have.
The president came out here and was casting blame.
Obama, Biden, and the Democrats. Pete Buttigieg is a disaster now. He's just got a good line of bullshit.
0 commercial airline crash fatalities out of millions of flights on our watch.
We want the people that are competent.
Duffy's resume includes being a cast member on The Real World Boston.
Meanwhile, President Trump stirred confusion today when he tweeted, "Airplanes are far too complex to fly."
The people in the helicopter should have seen where they were going.
Do you have a plan to go visit the site?
You tell me, what's the site? The water?
Or to meet with the first responders?
And now for the politicians. Watch as Republican Eric Burlison admits on Fox that there is no merit to Trump's impulsive and reckless claims, followed by Democrat Eric Swalwell destroying Trump with some very raw comments.
Do you have any evidence, though, sir, that any of those hires were in fact DEI hires?
Not until we get into the investigation. At the end of
every person on that plane is dead. Some of their bodies are still in the icy Potomac River. Search and rescue crews, first responders are risking their lives so that families can have closure. And our president, I mean, used that loosely today because he didn't act like a president at all. Our president thought that the best way to address the country and comfort the families was to make this political and blame DEI for the crash. He doesn't know about what happened. His job was to comfort us and to tell us there will be accountability and security in the future. It wasn't to go on the stage and be an absolute clown, an incompetent clown.
So with that said, what kind of reaction did the incompetent clown get from the hero of the Hudson, Captain Chesley Sullenberger? MSNBC's Lawrence O'Donnell addressed the tragedy with him and gave the aviation safety expert the final word, a word that was packed inside of a lot of body language.
No survivors. There has been a rush into the search for explanations, as there always is in situations like this. The best aviation investigators in the world are on the case, the National Transportation Safety Board. And those answers will be found. They always are. But we don't have those answers tonight. Donald Trump thought he knew the answers this morning when he blamed the gender or race of the people involved in the crash, because he was, as usual, completely indiscriminate in the way he threw his accusation around. No one knows whether he meant the gender and race of the helicopter crew or the gender and race of the airline crew or the gender and race of people in the air traffic control tower at Washington National Airport. And he somehow managed to blame Presidents Joe Biden and Barack Obama, for the very existence of people of the wrong gender and the wrong race ever occupying such jobs. It is the first time in history that a president of the United States has assigned blame for an aviation accident on his own, immediately, based entirely on his own profoundly ignorant, prejudiced guess. I don't want to draw you into politics, but if you have a reaction to what the president said today about this, please share it with us.
Not surprised, disgusted.
At a time of tragedy, a president of the United States is expected to be steady behind the wheel, providing a calm voice of sympathy on one hand and a strong voice of reassurance that the full force of the government will go into identifying and correcting the breakdown on the other. Donald Trump was neither empathetic nor reassuring. In the blink of an eye, he quickly seized the opportunity to wreck the moment with his sledgehammer of divisiveness, and many politicians and commentators on the right were more than happy to follow his lead as if his bizarre words are normal and fitting of the highest office. Who are these people who have forfeited their intellectual honesty and will enthusiastically support his dark thoughts? Who are these people who will disregard a tragedy like this and repeat his unhinged ramblings that began before a single body was recovered and identified? Trump is a disgrace with a capital D, not only as a politician and the President of the United States, but as a human being. And those who serve him in government and in the media by rationalizing and normalizing his every word are also a disgrace. They have sold their soul to the devil, and the devil is named Donald. And shame on the voters of Donald Trump who continue to mute their voices in spite of the overwhelming evidence that Donald Trump is a madman. It's okay to have conservative values, and I understand why people vote for whoever is wearing the suit of their party, but it's also okay to say enough is enough, and to say policy aside, the man is a dysfunctional and disgusting disgrace to the party and to the people of the United States of America.